Who's ready for the avalanche of new releases that are about to come out in early to late September? And there's probably many more coming out this fall in preparation for the holiday season, the big shopping rush that happens in November and December. I love it. I'm a holidays gal. I start to save up for splurging at Christmas time. But I think some of these are going to end up being blind buys before we even get to the Christmas season. I have 12 that I want to talk about that are capturing my attention, catching my eye. A number of these I think are going to just end up being blind buys. Like I'm probably not going to wait on anybody's review. I'm going to add to cart and press checkout. I need these brands to stop playing with my heart because a bunch of these are sort of right up my alley these days. I'm going to start off with one from Juliette Has a Gun, and it's called Powder Love. The anticipated release date is September 25th. Notes here: cotton candy and marshmallow. Hello, add to cart. Orange blossom, candied almond, add to cart again, and Broxton Tonka bun tonka bean, and musk. The bottle is gorgeous, this frosty, cloud-like, soft powder pink, baby pink. It had me at hello. This sounds amazing. I've been all into the marshmallow deal. I fell down the marshmallow rabbit hole and have a bunch of them now that I really enjoy. The fact that there's a cotton candy note is very intriguing. Candied almond, orange blossom is one of my favorite floral notes with like that sort of touch of citrus green aspect to it, but mostly warm, almost like a honeyed floral note that is beautiful. It's described as a powdery, gourmand fragrance that envelops skin in a dreamy blend of cotton candy, marshmallow, and musk. It's inspired by a dreamscape, a skyscape of, that's such a tongue twister, a dreamscape, a skyscape of cotton candy, marshmallows, and skin that smells of baby powder. I want it. Add to cart. Gosh, I hope that it delivers on this promise. The last Juliet Has a Gun release, Miami Milkshake, is that what it's called in the ombre bottle, was a bit of a disappointment. I didn't hate it, but it just wasn't what I was expecting. So I'm really hoping that this one comes through for us. We're rooting for you. Juliet Has a Gun. Come through. Yet another beautiful pink bottle, which I like because I didn't like the original bottle of this so much. I like the symbol on it, but the general, boring shape of it and the boring top were like, give us something a little different, Dolce and Gabbana. This one is My Devotion Eau de Parfum Intense. So I have the original. I did not get the intense version of this, although I have a travel spray of it, and I like that too. This one is Pear Blossom, Peony, and Vanilla. And if the Pear Blossom and the Vanilla are more pronounced than the Peony, I love a peony note, but I think those would be bigger hits in terms of notes for the fall and in the winter time. And the bottle, I mean, give us all the pink here. I've got my eye on this. Has anyone seen this out yet or been able to try it? I don't have the release date of it nearby, but I've got my eye on this one to try out for sure. So Powder Love is an immediate add to cart. Depending on the reviews, I may blind buy My Devotion Intense as well. Then there is Milk Orchid by Commodity in collaboration with with Perfumerism, who has a channel here, and I think she's on TikTok. I don't do TikTok, so I don't know about that, but she's got a pretty big channel here. I'm a big fan of the Commodity fragrances. I'm an especially huge fan of the Milk line, and so my understanding is that this fragrance is her twist on the Milk DNA. And the keynotes here are fig milk, coconut cream, macadamia milk, magnolia, vanilla orchid, and musk. And I don't especially love the way that the bottle looks different from the rest of the brand. However, I might get over that for this this fragrance here. It drops on the Sephora app August 31st, and then globally on September 2nd on the Commodity website. Streamy scent wraps you in a cozy meets floral hug, which is like right up my fragrance alley these days. That description appeals to me right off bat. Blending creamy milk, soft musks, and a sweet accord for a vibe that's equally parts comforting and chic. Warm, a little flirty, and totally addictive. Your favorite cashmere sweater in scent form, give it to me. I definitely want to give this a try. There was a fragrance released maybe late spring, early summer called Nearly Noon from a brand that I wasn't familiar with. And there is another content creator that did that fragrance in collaboration with whatever the name of the brand is. I can't think of it. I'll put the picture of the bottle up on the screen. And I was interested in that one, but the reviews were mixed, so I kind of left that one alone. The people that have had a chance to preview Milk Orchid, they've loved it so far. And so I'm trusting those opinions and have my alert set on the Sephora app to be able to snag this when it becomes available. Then this one had me at hello. The bottle is gorgeous here. It's the Valentino Donna Born in Roma Ivory version, releasing August 26th at Sephora. I've got my alert set for that one as well. This is green mandarin, orange blossom, marshmallow, vanilla, and musk. Say less. This also sounds like it is right up my alley. I think I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna purchase all of these. I've already purchased a bunch of fragrances this summer that have like that marshmallow, maybe cotton candy, vanilla, floral hug in a bottle kind of feeling. Some have nutty accords. I'm probably going to end up with 3,946 of these. Drown myself in them this fall and winter, get sick of them, and end up decluttering a bunch in the spring. So, I called it first. That's probably going to happen. But in the meantime, my heart is enjoying this category very much, looking for fragrances in this category or just attracted to them when they show up. And so this sounds right up my alley. This is likely going to also be a blind buy. I don't need to test this. I have a feeling I'm going to love this. I could be wrong, but I'm definitely going to add to cart and find out. And then if I don't like it, I can pass it along or sell it. But this is like an immediate yes. Like it speaks to my core self these days. I'm loving this. So then Acro released in yet another soft baby pink bottle, Acro Blush. And excuse me, it's called Crush, not Blush. It's a blush pink, but it's called Crush. This one does not have good ratings on Fragrantica. I was nervous to blind buy it. So Avant-Garde had a huge like summer scent blowout sale, 40% off of this. I nearly bought it. I added it to cart and I stared at it and I thought, let me hold off and hear a few more reviews on this one and not just be blinded by this gorgeous bottle. Top notes, almond and lychee. The middle is Bulgarian rose and the base is praline and vanilla. It sounds beautiful. I'd be curious to know if you have tried it. Does it smell anything like any of the current rose fragrances out on the market? What is this giving us? Acro fragrances in general get mixed reviews. The brand has like a loyal fan base that loves everything that they do. And then there are others that maybe just are not enchanted with the DNA of the house or the intensity of the fragrances or lack thereof. Opinions are all over the place. Have you tried Acro? Take two. Have you tried Akro Crush? What are your thoughts on this beautiful bottle? Does the fragrance deliver what the notes describe or something else? So this one is a maybe, maybe no for me. So then here comes Initio. Remember that they released Power Self in the spring, the sort of floral musky. I think it might have a woody base too. That one is really nice. I didn't end up picking up a bottle of it. I do have a small travel spray and I'm enjoying that right now. If it goes on deep discount, I would consider that. And I think I shared that the name of the fragrance is a bit of a turnoff, Power Self. This one is called Lift Me Up. I'm not sure what I think about this name either. This is supposed to be released September 1st. Apparently some folks have tried this somewhere, somehow, and fallen in love with it. The notes are bergamot, ylang-ylang, magnolia, tonka bean, and vanilla. So this has my attention. It's in the white bottle. And, I'm a fan of Initio fragrances. I've collected a bunch over the past few years, and I'd be really interested in trying this one. I don't think it will be a blind buy just because of the price tag. This is one I would probably have to try out first to make sure I was interested, and then I would be looking for a discount because these Initio prices are hurting my feelings. They're in the upper 300s and low 400s these days. And so, wow, is all I have to say. I'd like to try this before I add it to cart. Then here comes YSL, Yves Saint Laurent with Libre Vanille Couture. I don't know if this is out yet. In honesty, I have not looked around for it. I think it's yet to be released as of when I'm posting this video. Orange blossom and lavender, which are characteristic of the others in this line. Black bourbon, vanilla caviar. Okay, that sounds super bougie. And then rum absolute in the base. It's limited edition, supposedly, in this beautiful gold bottle, described as decadently sensual reinterpretation of Libre, radiant gold inside and out. A pure rush of golden vanilla caviar dripping in sensuality, an ambery gourmand twist on Libre's iconic floral signature, fresh androgynous lavender harvested in France. And feminine sensual orange blossom accord from YSL's own personal gardens in Morocco. Okay, are enveloped in rich black bourbon vanilla caviar from Madagascar. Meticulously hand pollinated and cured over 18 months, this premium vanilla extract captures the multifaceted essence of the matured pod, amplified by a captivatingly liquorous rum absolute. Hello, someone took a long time to write that description, or ChatGPT did a great job. Either way, I am intrigued. I'd love to get my nose on this fragrance. I have a feeling it is going to be one of the most decadent vanillas. That would be my prediction based on the way that it is described here. We'll see if it lives up to the dream that is forming in my mind about this, and I like the bottle as well. If this smells how I think it's going to smell, I will replace my current parfum version. I ended up selling the intense one. I had that in favor of the parfum, and if this is even better, I'll keep the gold bottle instead of the parfum. I'm having a hard time finding a description of the next fragrance. It's Cosmos by the House of Bow. This has been teased for a bit. I've seen pictures of it here and there. Supposed to be released here in late August, August 20th, I believe. And when I go to the House of Bow website, I can't pull up the description. I don't know if something is wrong with the way that I'm browsing it, but it looks like the link to the page or the page is not there anymore. You can enter your name to do like a preview of the fragrance, but I don't see a description of it. So I'm looking at the sort of chat GPT description, and I hope that this is correct. Forgive me if it's not. It evokes the image of smoke over ice with agarwood and leather notes that linger like a distant echo. The magnetic presence of those who resist definition, who move through the world on their own terms. I have no idea what that is supposed to smell like, but if I think about smoke, an icy smoke, agarwood, which is like an oud type of note, and then leather, this seems like it's going to lean heavily in the masculine direction and probably be a bit of a powerhouse. One that I would probably want to get my nose on, like sample, but I'm not sure that it would be of interest to me, perhaps my husband. But I'm a fan of the House of Bow in general and would be delighted to try any of their new scents. And so I'll keep my eye open for that if I'm able to find the description and or share thoughts with you through a travel size or a decant, because I can't imagine blind buying at that price tag with those notes. I would be really nervous that it was too heavy, too masculine for me. So then I just saved to the end of the video a few that are already released that I also kind of want to sneak into this video and get your thoughts on, because I'm pretty sure some of you have tried these. One is from Aerin. It's called Amber Musk Vanille, and it's marshmallow, rose, centifolia, vanilla, and musk. The bottle looks like it leans on the pink side, at least the juice does. I like that it has marshmallow, rose, and vanilla and musk. I mean, all four of those notes are notes that appeal to me usually in fragrances. Let me know if you have tried this, and if so, what your thoughts are on it. Does it deliver on the marshmallow aspect in particular is a question that I would be curious to have answered. Then I believe this one is out on the market now as well, also from Aerin. It's called Wisteria, and the notes are wisteria, ylang-ylang, honeysuckle, woody notes, and musk. Supposed to evoke walking in a garden with draping vines of wisteria. The air is fresh and filled with the delicate scent of wisteria's fragrant blooms. Radiant notes of honeysuckle blend with the unexpected warmth of ylang-ylang to create a light and ethereal fragrance evoking crisp morning air. This seems like it would smell unique. We don't have a lot of fragrances on the market with wisteria, certainly not the combination of wisteria and honeysuckle, and certainly not alongside ylang-ylang. So that sounds like an interesting, different combo that could be really fantastic or go left really quick. Would be interested to know if you have tried that fragrance. And then I'll end with one that I am very interested in. When I first saw it, I was like, there's no way that you could improve on perfection. So I have Sirene from Fragrance du Bois. Beautiful, deep, very sensual, sexy, cherry, woody, oody fragrance that is amazing, particularly as we get into colder weather. One of my favorite cherry fragrances. Love it, and I don't understand why you need a flanker. But look at this bottle with the beautiful wraparound pink and the lettering. This looks gorgeous, just a bottle alone. I know that's a crazy reason to think about purchasing a fragrance, but I happen to like the first one. And so I'm wondering, is it possible to make it even better? This one has notes of blood orange, pink pepper, nutmeg at the top, cherry delight, cinnamon, geranium in the middle, oakwood, vetiver, and cypriol in the base. It says that it's the darker, more dangerous side of Sirene, the original fragrance. Is that possible? Because that fragrance feels pretty scandalous as it stands. Like it has like that fragrance has the potential to lead you into a rather salacious night, if you know what I mean. So this is considered spicy, seductive, and utterly unapologetic. This is boldness redefined. I'm excited to try this one. I'd like to know who out there has tried this already. I know some of y'all have your hands on this fragrance. Give up the information. Tell your fragrance friends here what it smells like. We're all interested to know. And let us know if you think it's worth us sampling and or trying out. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those fragrances that's going to be challenging to sample. I had a really hard time with Sirene itself when it came out. I ended up having to buy a bottle. Like I couldn't, if I remember correctly, I don't think I found a sample of that anywhere. I could be mistaken, and maybe I did sample it, but it only came in one size, so it's not like you could get a travel spray. I think the same will probably be true of this one. I love the image of it as like a hot air balloon elevated into the sky, a pink sky, by this pink cloud-like musky looking substance. So that is really a cool image. So that wraps up the 12 fragrances that have captured my attention here as new releases, some already just recently released, and others that are coming up here in September. I'm also just quite fascinated and interested to see what comes after that. What are we going to get in September that's going to drop in October, and in October that's going to drop in November in preparation for the frenzy of the holiday season? Do you have any predictions about note combinations that we're going to see? I think we're going to continue to see more marshmallow, more cotton candy esque, more heavily feminine leaning fragrances. I would personally like to see some more soft honey fragrances on the market. Be nice to see how that note could be played with in compositions. And I would perhaps like to see some interesting twists on the typical fall scents. Like instead of the overtly heavy cinnamon, nutmeg types of fragrances, which I love, your angel share and the like, I would like to see a more artistic interpretation in the use of those notes to see what brands can come up with. Let me know if there's any notes you'd like to see featured more in fragrances this fall, or if you have any predictions about what we're about to see out on the market. Thanks for joining me for this look into brand new releases as well as some of the up and coming releases. Is there anything that you are going to blind buy? So as a reminder, for me, it's likely going to be, and I'm not saying that you should blind buy. I'm telling you what I'm gonna do. Powder Love from Juliette Has a Gun, Milk Orchid from Commodity, Donna Born in Roma Ivory, maybe Libre Vanille Couture. I gotta wait and see if there's some good reviews on that. Maybe Sirene Privee. I forgot to talk about Barenia Intense. Maybe because it's not capturing my attention, I have an original bottle of Barenia, and the couple of reviews that I've seen describe it as just smelling like a more intense version of the original Barenia, which I love and I'm happy with. So I guess I'm not drawn to that one as much as these others, but let me know if you've tried that one and what your thoughts are. All right, I'm gonna get up off of here. I've been rambling long enough. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. See you in the next video. Take care, friends.